Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. We've been doing this all week. You've seen it all week. We are listing, we are tiering, we are ranking every single Treyarch Zombies map that we have before Black Ops 4. I'm glad that this list doesn't have Black Ops 4 because it's too early to really tell where those guys are going to go. But we have a scale here ranking from amazing down to great, good, not great, actual garbage, and then the ones that I haven't played, because there are like maybe 2 or 3 that I haven't played so far. To preface this, I started really diving into zombies in Black Ops 3. That's where my history is. That's where I'm coming from. Even though I have played a lot of these maps, I started with Black Ops 3, and that's kind of where I value zombies maps. So let's get started with Nacht der Untoten. Nacht der Untoten is difficult to rank for every YouTuber. A lot of people are, well, Treyarch seems to think it's amazing. They put in like every single zombies game, but a lot of YouTubers are really putting it in the not great category. And I think I kind of sympathize with that, but I'm going to put it in the good category because there's a really fun training spot. And there's a thunder gun on 2 of the 3 versions of it, you know, with the Black Ops 3. And by the way, the Black Ops 3 Zombie Chronicles Nacht der Untoten is my favorite version because of the gobblegums and like perks and that stuff. So sue me. So I'm going to put it in the good category because it has a solid training spot. It's base standard zombies at its best. You can camp, you can train. It's a solid vanilla zombies map. Verruckt. This breaks my heart. I want to like Verruckt. I really, really do. I love the idea of Verruckt. I want to be good at Verruckt. The reason I'm putting it in not great is because I'm not great at Verruckt. It has a great camping spot in that little corner in Black Ops 3 again. And the only thing is, you gotta camp with the Wunderwaffe in Black Ops 3. And that's really the only strategy. And unless you want to do like some convoluted trap strategy, which just isn't fun, you gotta worry about spawns and it's narrow hallways. And it doesn't feel rewarding to me. It doesn't feel like I've overcome a challenge. It just feels like I'm cheating the game in some way, or just like the game won't let me be successful because of Verruckt. I don't know. That's just how I feel about Verruckt. Shangri-La. Controversial opinion coming through. I think it's a great map. I think this is base, like this is, if you want simple zombies, if you want to just sit back, relax, and kill some zombies, play some Shangri-La. And the best part, you could do World at War, Black Ops 1, or Black Ops 3. Shangri-La is fantastic. They have different versions. Personally, of course, I prefer Black Ops 3 with the gobblegums and the pack-a-punch and all that stuff. But even the Black Ops 1 Shangri-La with just like a ray gun, you can still train by the flogger and it just be a simple zombies map. Like Shangri-La is a great simple zombies map. The random perks on the different ends, it adds a little something, little replayability there, a little fun, little stuff there. Great Easter egg song, which, ooh, I might do that with these guys, but I don't know. Shangri-La, great map. Now, Der Riese. I'm going to put the Giant in here as well in all versions of Der Riese. Almost amazing. To be frank with you, this is one of the best simplistic maps. I'm going to put it in amazing because Der Riese is an amazing. The Giant is an amazing map. It does the base zombies perfectly. It has Pack-a-Punch. It has great training spots. It has great camping spots. It does the base fundamentals of zombies nearly perfectly. It has a great pack-punch quest, good Easter egg, a good side Easter egg. It's got some fun stuff in here. Kino der Toten, great map. Absolutely great map. Same thing like I said about Shangri-La. You know, if you want casual zombie killing, it is a great map. 5. I'm going to put that as a good map. You know, with Classified coming out, I really see why people dislike 5. I love the Pentagon Thief. The Pentagon Thief is amazing. But the map itself, because of the Winter's Howl, because there's no infinite damage stuff, because it kind of locks you from progressing to infinite rounds, it has to be in the good category. And I really, by the way, I really thought about putting Kino der Toten in the good category. But because of the Thunder Gun, a little more training spots, it goes up there. But with 5, you have a great Pentagon Thief. And it's just such a good map. I love this map. I want to put it higher, but it goes here. And I wish the Pentagon Thief came back with 5. I think this is an underrated map, but it belongs here. Ascension, great map. I think this is another, again, it's probably biased because I played the Black Ops 3 version, but I think if 5 was in Black Ops 3, it'd be a great map. But for me, the definitive version of like the Chronicles maps are the Black Ops 3 version, so I really like that. Ascension, with the monkeys, they add a little bit of strategy. They're a little too frustrating. The map's a little too easy, but I got to round 101 on it, so it's a great map. Call of the Dead, it's a good map. No, it's a good map. It's a good map, okay? If it was remastered in Black Ops 4 or Black Ops 3, I think it's going to bump it up to great or amazing, but for me, it's just good. Probably for the same reason as 5, because as cool as the wonder weapons are, no pun intended, I love the sound of them, I love what they do, I love the mechanics of them, but because we don't have that infinite round, that infinite damage to go to super high rounds, it just makes it a good map, you know, and there's no side Easter eggs, there's nothing else to do. The main Easter egg is great, the main Easter egg is amazing, and maybe for other people that's what bops it up. I'm kind of just I'm a filthy casual zombies player, so outside of high rounds and kind of simpler Easter egg quests, there's not a lot for me, so it's a good map. This is a hard decision, you know. I don't know, like, if you guys are like, oh, Doughnuts, how could you do that? How could you put that map there? Do this yourself, because it's insanely difficult. Shangri-La, there's something about it I like. Even the Black Ops 1 version, there's something about it that's just so great to me, you know? And in the Black Ops 3 version, I think the Black Ops 1 version of Shangri-La is good. I love the baby gun. I love the pack-a-punch. Even though it's really monotonous, it's really simple, but just the theme of the temple, it feels very Indiana Jonesy, which is really cool. I love the boss zombies. Strangely enough, I love the boss zombies. I love how they distort your vision if they get too close, which is so annoying, but like it works in some weird way. I love the fire zombie where he can kill other zombies as you're like camping and stuff. But the thing that I'm gonna put over the top with Shangri-La is the Zombie Chronicles version, because now you have that really tight training spot near the minecart that works to high rounds. You can take advantage of the monkeys, you can take advantage of the special zombies, and now we have double pack-a-punch, and you have a camping strategy with gobblegums. It just puts it up into a great map. You know, that's just how I am. I'm a filthy. Moon is going up here. Moon is going up there. I think Moon is amazing. I think Moon is so fantastic. Now, this is obviously not the Black Ops 1 version. I think the Black Ops 1 version might even be not great or actual garbage for a lot of people, but I played the Black Ops 3 version, and the fact that the double pack-a-punch attributes, the alternate ammo types, can kill the astronaut because of the training spots that are outside, that you don't have to worry about the excavators, because of the jug, the 3-hit down system of that, I think Moon fits so well as a little bit more than casual zombies map. You know, there's a little more stuff to do. You gotta work for your stuff a little bit more, but I love the atmosphere. I love the look of the Moon. I love how vibrant and colorful it is. I love the stations. I freaking love Moon. Transit. A lot of people are giving Transit a lot of credit. They're saying it's a good map or just not a great map. Personally, I think logically speaking, objectively speaking, Transit is actual garbage, unfortunately. Now, I kind of almost sort of did Transit 101 before Black Ops 4 came out, but in playing that, I realized that once you get set up on Transit, it can actually be a good or even great experience. You know, the atmosphere is full of fog and denizens, but you really are kind of afraid and left alone, and like running from town to bus depot you feel stranded and alone, and it's scary. It's a scary map, so it does a lot of cool things well, and you know, playing multiplayer stuff, but just the mechanics of it, the pack-a-punch, the shield, the power, the perks, the weapons, it's just not great. And I think this is the only map in all of Treyarch Zombies that is actually bad. Die Rise is another difficult one for me. I got to my first round 30 on Die Rise. There are a lot of good things about Die Rise. I actually like the atmosphere again, kind of like Transit. I like the atmosphere. I like the verticality and the vertigo that you get. I love how the Buddha room is upside down. It has several good training spots, a good camping spot. It has a really cool wonder weapon. You know, that's something I haven't talked about a lot. These wonder weapons are actually really cool. Thunder gun, baby gun, the wave gun is such an amazing wonder weapon. Wonder off also very solid in that stuff. But yeah, has a great wonder weapon. The slick with fire, super good. But if only they had a key system for the elevators, if only maneuvering the elevators were a little bit better, you know, if they redo it or remaster it or whatever, hopefully they do that with shared inventory and all that stuff. Shared inventory would really help Transit too, actually. All right, we've come to Mob of the Dead. Now, if I'm being honest with you, I don't think I can rank this like subjectively or objectively here. I haven't played enough Mob of the Dead to really know what it's like. I did play it with you guys on stream once, and I really enjoyed it. And I understood why people liked it. I didn't feel like it was too overhyped or too overly praised. I think if I were to rank it, it would be in the great or amazing category. Probably amazing, but just because I haven't played it so much, I don't feel comfortable ranking it. Buried is really easy. I've played maybe 2 minutes of it. I don't know anything about Buried. The witches, the training spots, I don't know how good Buried is. I know people love it. I know people don't like it. I don't know. All right, now I'm not looking forward to this one. Origins. When I look at this list, for me, I look at Origins and I say, would I rather play Origins or Transit? Or I'd rather play Origins, right? Origins or Die Rise or Verruckt. You know, I don't know. Maybe Origins. Yeah, would I rather play Origins or Call of the Dead or 5 or Noct? Honestly, I think I'd rather play these guys. You know, I think I'd honestly rather play these guys. I think for me personally, Origins is not great. You know, I think if I'm being a little less kind of critical, I think it's a good map. You know, I think it does some stuff right. The staffs, obviously, the grand scheme of, or the grand scope of the story, I think it does well. But I think it's just so overrated. I think anything that Origins introduced or tried to do was topped and perfected in Black Ops 3, you know, with different mechanics and stuff. The Pack-a-Punch of Origins is so tedious, you know, getting it unlocked is one thing. That's pretty easy. But the fact that the Templar zombies every 3 rounds return and take it away is so monotonous. It's so painful. The Panzers are such a bad boss zombie for Origins, especially in the Black Ops 3 version where they're just bullet sponges and they don't go down quickly, and you need a staff. You need a staff in Origins to be successful, and that's one of the mortal sins that you can commit in a zombies map, where you need the wonder weapon in order to be successful, which is kind of why 5 and Call of the Dead are here. But Origins, I'll put it as a good map, but personally, I don't think it's a great map. I don't think it's all that great, you know. I think I'm actually going to keep it down here because when I think about even just building the staffs, let's do that. Build the staffs. I have to run to the crazy place at least twice, probably through some mud. And if I get the lightning staff or the wind staff, then I have to run through mud in order to get to the robot or to use the tank to run over the mud. And it's just, the mud is so tedious and it's just an unenjoyable experience. And once you get set up on the map, there's really no other strategy other than to use the ice staff, and there's like one training spot down under the mound, and that's really it. So I don't think it's a great map. You know, I want it to be a good map. I want it to be great, but I really don't think it's all that great. You know, maybe you guys would be happy with it, but I don't think it's that great. Oh, I can feel the thumbs down comment. Shadows of Evil is an amazing map. It's so atmospheric. It's so great. It's got a great wonder weapon, great training spots, great camping spots. The story's great. This is where we start hitting our stride with the absolutely amazing zombies maps. Rise and Raha, same exact thing. Rise and Raha did everything Origins couldn't. It perfected the 4 wonder weapon stuff. See, the 4 staffs in Origins, they're cool and they're fun to build and all that stuff, but they kind of suck after around, like, I don't know, 25? You run out of ammo, and you can't kill anybody with a single staff shot. You know, Rise and Raha did these bows great. They have infinite damage. They're super cool. They're super, you know, interesting to get. The quests are really good. one quest of Darius Draha's bows will send you around the map one singular time. So you kind of take a tour of the map, and that's really cool. Building one staff of origins, you're gonna traverse the map maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 times, depending on if you've memorized it or not. Maybe like 2 times at most or whatever. So Darius Draha, phenomenal. I think we can all agree with that. It's got great training spots, great camping spots, especially because you can just get the lightning bow and just camp anywhere. But also maybe 3 or 4 different training spots that are actually viable. So that's really cool. Okay, so Zetsubou no Shima, a lot of people probably put it as actual garbage or not great. Maybe some people put it as good, but me, I think it's a great map. I know, I don't get myself sometimes. I don't know how my brain works sometimes, but maybe it's because everybody hates it. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe these two deserve to be like this, but just because I'm like, oh no, Origins isn't that great and Zetsubou is better than you think. I like the Skull of Nansapwe. I love training in the Purple Room. I want to try to practice training in the Skull Room. I love the KT4. I love how you get it. I love the upgrade, not the upgrade. I don't love the upgrade. That's the bad part about it. I don't like the upgrade, and sometimes it's a little too tedious, but getting the KT4 is super simple and easy. I love the spider boss fight. The spider boss fight is so darn good. It's so cool in Zetsubou no Shima. Absolutely love that. See, it's a great map. Zetsubou is a great map. Fight me, man. Fight me. All right, Gorod Krovi. Easily a great map. Easily. I used to not like Gorod Krovi all that much, but I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to the what do you call it? The Wranglers? No, that's the Jeans. The Manglers and the Valkyries and that stuff. I'm getting used to it. It's got a good training spot there. A couple places. It's got good camping spots and all the dragon stuff. And the dragon stuff is so cool. See, here's the thing about Gorod Krovi. Gorod Krovi does a phenomenal job empowering you. You got the gauntlet, you got the dragon strikes, you got the dragon shield, you've got this amazing wonder weapon all at the same time, and you just feel so invincible and powerful. This could be an amazing map, honestly. This probably deserves to be an amazing map. I think that is probably an amazing map, honestly. We're going to put it there. It's a good casual map. It's a little more involved for casuals because the Pack-a-Punch is a little involved. I think that's what it was. I think I was tired because in Shadows of Evil, we had rituals, and Zetsubou no Shima, we had rituals for the Skull of Nansapwe, and then Gorod Krovi, we basically had a ritual for the Pack-a-Punch, which I found really kind of tedious. But after that, you got the helmet system in there, and it's really cool, and I think it's an amazing map. It could be a great map, could be amazing. It's one of these two for sure. And finally, that leads us to Revelations. A lot of people will probably say, oh, it's a good map. A lot of people say, it's not great. I think it's a great map. I might even say it's an amazing map. These two might be amazing maps. Because, you know what? No. Revelations is an amazing map. I just convinced myself. I'm going to link you guys to a video. In fact, I probably have throughout this entire video, hopefully. Revelations is an amazing map because it is the new look of the new casual sort of map. This is like the town. This is the new Darius of our generation. The Pack-a-Punch is simple and it's cool. It's atmospheric. I love the amount of training spots that you have. You can train in Spawn, you can train in the Kino stage, you can train inside the Apothecon, you can camp in various different places. You can go all the way around the map, camp that way, and you can play in Noct, and there's a lot of different variety on Revelations. And it kind of does what Gorod Krovi does, where it gives you the Apothecon Servant. You can upgrade the Apothecon Servant. You have the Dragon Shield. You have the Thunder Gun. You have an Easter egg to do the M1927 unlock. You have a free perk Easter egg. You've got challenges on all of these maps. You can do challenges to get perks and to get max ammos and Pack-a-Punch weapons. There's lots of stuff to do on these maps that make it so fantastic. Revelations kind of culminates all of that in such a fantastic experience if you choose to seek after those things. The wall running free perk is great. The challenges are great. But most importantly, Revelations has the new hat system, which I totally thought they were going to go with in Black Ops 4 for Juggernog. The armor system where you kill a certain amount of zombies and in a certain way, and you get a mask, and you get this god mask where it gives you a little extra health points, or you run faster or longer or something like that. There is an argument that everything in Revelations is recycled and used over again, but you have to remember that when you're talking about the Revelations, think about it strictly from a map layout perspective. Don't think about it as different maps put together. Think about it from a map layout perspective. We've never seen a map like that before. It is a completely new experience. It's a ring of floating islands in space. That's awesome. No, we've never seen that. A lot of people talk about Revelations like Treyarch was lazy, and it's just like, why did they bother remastering it when they put it in Revelations? Verruckt in Revelations is not the same as Verruckt. Kino der Toten in Revelations is not the same as Kino der Toten as Kino der Toten. Der Eisendrache. Origins in Revelations is not the same experience as their own standalone map. This is a completely different, unique experience. And if people mentally get past that and only see that as kind of like a nostalgic trip for the fans, then maybe they'll grow to appreciate it. I really think that people will appreciate Revelations the more they play it, the more distance they get from the sourness of the end of the Easter egg and that stuff. So I think, honestly, these two guys could be kind of flipped around here. Zetsubou no Shima for people like that, for me like that. Like I said, I really love the Black Ops 3 maps, but I really, really think this is my solid setup for maps. Again, Mob of the Dead Buried. Don't know where these could be put, but I'm gonna keep them down here. And as you see, the only map that I really dislike is Transit. Other than that, all of these maps are very enjoyable and very playable. The only ones that I'm like, they have a caveat to it, where they have a lot of things that I dislike about it, is Die Rise because of the elevator system and the 2-hit system, of course. Verruckt because it's just so darn hard and I suck at it. And Origins because it's just so tedious and there's not a lot of payoff in Origins. There's not a lot of, at least for a casual / high round player, there's like one play style that you can only do and you can have to do this and that. So, each of these three are good in their own respects and bad in their own respects as well. So I think a lot of these maps in the Treyarch Zombie maps are just fantastic. And you can kind of see why I love the Zombies game mode, because all of this content from here and above is just great to make content on. Like, even though I dislike these three, I could still try it. I could still challenge myself. I can still try to make this a fun experience. And a lot of these are fantastic experiences. So that's how I feel. A lot of Black Ops 1 maps here, a lot of Black Ops 3 maps here, but I absolutely adore the Zombies game mode right here. And I think this shows you kind of an insight as to why I think so. So hopefully you guys don't necessarily burn me at the stake for putting Origins so low and Zetsubou so high. But when I think about this, I'm like, I would rather play Zetsubou. I would rather play Zetsubou than Origins. I'd rather play 5. I'd rather play Noct than play Origins. But I need to stop justifying myself because of Origins. But that's my zombie list right there. Take a good look at it. Take a good look at it, because it's a weird one, isn't it? These lists have made me really realize that I'm just horrible with my opinions. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Let me know your list. Send me your lists. Link in the description for my Twitter. Hopefully link in the description for all of these lists. And check the eye icon, because I've done a lot of videos about these maps themselves and a lot more depth than I'm able to go into right now. So let me know your guys' thoughts on this list and your own list as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Till the next absolutely beautiful Zombies morning. I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, stay beautiful.